My child, the moments are slipping away like sand through your fingers. Soon, the day will end and the night will fall. I am calling to you in these final hours not to cause you fear, but to offer you a lifeline. I am trying to reach you, to save you from what is to come. But my help cannot be forced upon you. If you turn away from my words, if you choose to ignore this invitation, you risk losing everything that truly matters. Do not panic, for my desire is not to see you anxious, but to see you saved. I am here to explain what is happening and how, by simply listening and opening your heart to my voice, you can find safety. There are moments in your life that are set in stone, appointments you are destined to keep. Think back to the story of Lazarus. He was gone, wrapped in cloth and sealed in a tomb. Darkness had claimed him, but I stood before that place of death and I spoke his name. My voice is not like the voice of men. It carries the very essence of life within it. When I spoke, death had to release its grip. The grave could not hold him back once my word was spoken. Do you see, my child? What seems utterly impossible to you, what feels like a final ending, is not impossible for me. Just as I called Lazarus out from the physical grave, I am ready to call you out from the graves you find yourself in. I can call you out of the darkness of despair, out of the chains of your past mistakes, out of the deep pit where all hope seems to have died. I have the power to do this, but the power to call is only one part of the miracle. The other part is your willingness to listen. Will you hear me when I speak your name? Will you choose to rise when I call you to a new life? You see, I am not just speaking of the body, but of the spirit. There is a death of the heart that is far more tragic. It is the slow, silent fading of your inner light that happens when you decide to walk a path without me. So many people walk through this world with their eyes wide open, yet their hearts are sealed shut, as silent and cold as a tomb. They breathe, they work, they eat, but they are not truly alive. I do not want that emptiness for you. My deepest desire is for you to live, thoroughly live, with my spirit breathing within you, with a fire of purpose and love burning brightly in your soul. I know you feel the pressure of time. You see the hours running out and it makes you anxious. But listen to me carefully. Time is not your enemy and it is not your master. I am your master. Time is simply a tool I use, a servant that does my bidding. I use it to teach you, to warn you, and to draw you closer to me. The sun rises and sets according to my command. The seasons change because I orchestrate them. The sense of urgency you feel right now, that feeling that a decision must be made, that is not an invention of your mind. It is a gift from me. It is my mercy, disguised as urgency, calling you to act before it is too late. Do not push this feeling away. I see the tears you have cried in secret. I know about the sleepless nights when your mind raced with worries and your heart pounded with fear of what the future holds. I saw you in those moments when you felt completely alone and invisible to the world, and I never looked away. My child, I have been standing beside you even when you were convinced I was a million miles away. My silence has never been absence. It has been a quiet invitation for you to lean in closer, to tune out the distracting noise of the world and hear the gentle whisper of my love. Remember the story of my disciples in the boat during the storm. The waves crashed, the wind howled, and they were terrified. I was right there with them in the same boat, resting until they finally cried out for help. And when they called my name, I stood up and spoke a single word of command to the wind and the waves, and there was complete calm. Do you understand the lesson? I was never absent from their trial. I was waiting for them to call on me. In the same way, I am with you now. I am nearer to you than your own breath, closer than your own heartbeat. If you call, I will answer. But you must do more than just hear these words. You must allow them to sink deep into your soul. Words that only touch the surface of your mind are like seeds thrown onto hard, rocky ground. They cannot take root, and they are quickly snatched away, producing nothing. But if you will soften the soil of your heart, If you will open yourself to me, these words will grow deep roots. They will become a source of unshakable strength for you when the hours grow dark. Please, my child, do not harden your heart. Do not say, "I will think about this tomorrow." Tomorrow is a promise that belongs to no one. This moment right now is the gift I am giving you. I know what holds you back. You are thinking of your failures, your mistakes, your guilt, and your shame. You are saying to yourself, "How could God ever choose someone like me? How can I possibly be forgiven after everything I've done?" Let me answer you with another story. Do you remember the thief who was crucified next to me? He had nothing left. He had no time to perform good works or prove that he had changed. He had only a single moment, and with his dying breath he cried out, "Remember me." And what was my response? I said to him, "Today you will be with me in paradise." Do you see? It was not about his past record. It was about his heart turning toward me in that one final moment. So do not ever tell yourself you are too far gone. If you turn to me now in this moment, I will not reject you. Be prepared, my child, for trouble is coming to this world. Things you once thought were stable and secure will begin to crumble. People will boast in their own power and their own creations, but their towers of pride will fall. Nations will rise against each other in anger, but they will be scattered like dust. However, those who have made me their hiding place will remain standing. They may be pushed and pressured, but they will not be destroyed. They may be knocked down, but they will never be abandoned by me. I will be their shelter. I will cover them with my own hand. I am not telling you this to fill you with fear, but to fill you with wisdom. Fear causes people to panic and hide, but wisdom causes them to prepare. I want you to be prepared, my child. Not by stockpiling money or weapons, but by building up a treasure that can never be lost. I want you to prepare by strengthening your faith, which cannot be stolen, by growing in a love that cannot be extinguished, and by holding on to a truth that can never be silenced. This is the real treasure I offer you, a treasure that no thief can take and no disaster can destroy. Listen closely to this promise. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. When you pass through the deep waters, they will not overwhelm you. Notice, I do not promise that you will avoid the fire or the water. I promise that I will be with you in them and that you will not be consumed. Do you understand the difference? The world tells you to seek a life free from all suffering. I tell you that I will be your strength in the midst of suffering. My presence with you is a power far greater than your pain. So many voices are shouting for your attention in this world. Some will speak smooth, flattering words to manipulate you. Others will use words of fear to control you. Many more will speak empty, meaningless words just to waste your time. But I am speaking words that led to eternal life. You must learn to test every voice you hear. Ask yourself, does this lead me closer to God or farther away? If it pulls you away from me, let it go. If it makes you doubt my unconditional love for you, cast it aside. If it tells you that your value is determined by the opinions of others, reject that lie. Your worth was forever established by the price I paid for you. And I did not pay with something as common as silver or gold. I paid with my own life, my own blood. Do not be fooled, my child. The enemy of your soul is still whispering lies, just as he did in the very beginning. He twists truth into half-truths. He points to your every weakness and tells you that it defines you, that it is your destiny. But hear my voice now. Your weakness is not your end. It is the very place where my strength can begin to work in you. For when you are weak and you lean on me, then I am strong in you. Stop trying to carry the weight of the world on your own. Lay your burdens down at my feet. You will find rest. Yes, my child, true rest. You are so tired because you have been trying to be your own savior. You are weighed down because you are carrying burdens you were never created to carry. Come to me, and I will give you rest for your soul. The rest I offer is not like the world's version, which is just temporary escape or distraction. My rest is a deep, unshakable peace in the middle of a raging storm. It is a profound calm when everything around you is falling into chaos. Do you see, my child? I am not a distant God waiting for you to find a way to climb up to me. I am the God who came down to you. I walked on this earth. I felt hunger and thirst and pain. I know what it feels like to be rejected, betrayed, and mocked. I know the cry of complete loneliness. I am not a God who is unfamiliar with your struggles. I am a God who has walked in your shoes, and because I have, I am the only one who can truly guide you in my path. I want you to know that even the smallest act of faith does not go unnoticed by me. The quiet whisper of a prayer when you feel too weak to speak. The simple act of lifting your eyes to me when shame tells you to look at the ground. The small kindness you show to another person when no one is watching to thank you. I see it all. I do not measure things the way people do. People look at outward appearances and grand gestures. I look directly at the heart. So do not look down on your small beginnings. Never think that what you have to offer is too little. Anything that is given to me in love is multiplied and never wasted. My child, I knew you before you were even formed. I have counted every hair on your head. I know your thoughts before they form in your mind and the words on your tongue before you speak them. There is nothing about you that is hidden from me, and yet I love you completely. I do not love you because of what you do or how well you perform. I love you because of who I am. My love is not something you can earn, it is a gift. But like any gift, it must be received. A present that is never opened cannot be enjoyed. I am offering you all of myself, but you must be willing to open your heart to receive me. Do not close the door when you hear me knocking. I will not force my way in. I call gently. I wait patiently. But the hour is short, my child, and the choice is yours to make. The world will laugh at these words. They will mock your faith and boast in their own limited wisdom. But let me tell you, what the world calls wisdom is foolishness to me. Do not be shaken by the noise of the crowd. Truth does not require popular approval to be true. A light does not need anyone's permission to shine in the darkness. Hold on tightly, my child. A great shaking is coming, and only what is built on the solid foundation of my word will remain standing. A house built on sand will be washed away, but the house built on the rock will endure the storm. I am that rock. If you build your life on me, you will not be moved. Remember, my child, my power has not diminished. I am the same God who fed thousands with a few loaves of bread. I am the same God who calmed a raging sea with a word. I am the same God who healed the sick and opened the eyes of the blind. Do you not see? I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. If I did it then, I can do it now. You must learn to trust me, not what your eyes see. Trust me, not what your feelings tell you. Trust me, because it is impossible for me to fail. This world is not your final destination. I am preparing a place for you, an eternal home. So do not cling too tightly to the things of this earth, for they are all temporary. One day, I will wipe away every tear from your eyes. Death will be gone forever, and sorrow will be a distant memory. You were created for that day. It is why nothing in this world can ever fully satisfy the longing in your heart. I have placed a desire for eternity within you. But until that day comes, I am calling you to walk with me now. Walk not in fear, but in bold faith. Walk not in despair, but in joyful hope. Shine like a light where I have placed you. You may feel small and insignificant, but remember, even a single candle can shatter the deepest darkness. Hear me, my child, for my words are life. Choose to receive them, and you will never again have to walk in darkness.